Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all staying home and that you're staying safe during this time. I know one of the things to come out of this pandemic is everybody is staying home and baking a lot of bread and baking some baked goods and sharing their ideas all over social media, and yeast is running out and flour is running out and everyone is just staying home and living their best Martha Stewart life.
Give us 5 vocabulary words that we must have to get through life these days.
Personally, I haven't been baking a lot because I know that if the food is around me, I will consume it, no questions asked. So I haven't been baking too much, but my sister did make everybody an Easter care package and drop them all off at our houses. There's been so many posts on social media about people just staying home and baking a lot, so I'm adding to that. Now, when I'm at work and I take my first sip of coffee, I've only had 2 Starbucks drinks in the last 2 months and I miss it so much. I always get the same beverage in a beautiful ceramic cup so that it gets the foam, because if you get it in a paper cup, the foam just gets lost in the cup and you don't get to enjoy it. With that first sip of coffee, I always love to eat a chocolate croissant with that, and I am missing that pair so much right now. But I know we'll be back to normal when this is all over, and I'll be able to go back and enjoy my cup of coffee and my chocolate croissant. Chocolate croissant is my personal all-time favorite. It is just so good. When you're out of this quarantine and the self-isolation, you need to head to Starbucks and get their chocolate croissant. Now, I'm not making a chocolate croissant for this video. A few weeks ago on my Instagram, I asked my followers to tell me what pastry they'd like me to recreate, and the lemon loaf did win, and I did do a video about that. So if you wanna go check that out, I'll put a link of it right here. I personally thought that the lemon loaf tasted way better than the Starbucks one. The runner-up was the oat fudge bar, so I've decided to recreate that one today. The oat fudge bar is such a beautiful dessert bar. It has a crunchy oat bar layer, and then it's topped with this soft, delicious chocolate, and then you bake it in the oven, and it is just so amazing. And if you've ever had an oat fudge bar, you know that getting one of those end pieces with the 2 giant stacks of oats on the side, that's the best piece, the best piece. So I'm going to recreate this today for you guys because this recipe, simple ingredients, but the outcome is so delicious. You will recreate these at home for yourself. Definitely satisfies that sweet tooth. It's exactly what you're looking for during this quarantine. So let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of my new content. All right, so let's get into this video. The ingredients you will need are 1/2 cup of margarine that has been melted, 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1/2 cup of regular sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 egg, 1 can of condensed milk, 1 cup all-purpose flour that has been spooned and leveled off, and I have about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon in here, and I just mixed that together. 1 1/4 cup of chocolate. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of margarine for the chocolate top, and 1 1/3 cup of oats. You're also going to need to take an 8x8 pan and put some aluminum foil down, and also spray that with cooking spray. The first step is you're going to take 1/2 cup of melted butter and put it into the bowl. And then you're going to add both sugars and mix. Next, you're going to put in the egg. Not the shell though. And the vanilla. Now I always eyeball vanilla because you can never have too much vanilla, right? And then give that a stir. You're going to now fold in the flour and the cinnamon powder that I have here, followed by the oats. And you're just gonna fold them in, so be really careful. If you over whip or over stir the batter, it won't rise up as much as you'd like it to, because this recipe doesn't have baking powder and baking soda, so the less you mix the flour, the more it'll rise on its own, as opposed to if you over mix the flour, it kind of loses that natural rise. I folded the flour in, and now I'm going to fold in the oats. You're now going to take about 3/4 of this batter and press it down into the bottom of the pan, and you're going to leave the other quarter for after you put the chocolate down, so you can kind of create little like bubbles with the oats. I'm just going to use my hands. Every time I try to use something to like squish it down and make it look a little level, it just takes too long. So I'm going to use my hands. And you're just gonna put some of the oat mixture up on the sides, and that kind of creates that edge piece. It also kind of creates a little, almost like a boat, so that when you pour the chocolate mixture on top and bake it, it doesn't go out the side. Once that is done, it's going to look something like this. And you're gonna move on to the chocolate step. To make the chocolate mix, you're gonna take the chocolate and 250 milliliters or 1 cup of the condensed milk. You're gonna add the butter in as well. And you're gonna put this on medium heat and stir until it is smooth. You wanna also make sure that when you put it on the burner that you don't put it on really high setting because you don't wanna burn the chocolate. It'll just harden up and it won't create that smooth consistency, so don't burn the chocolate. Okay, I did the very thing that I said not to do. One of my friends came over, little like support local businesses, brought a whole bunch of donuts and brought them to her friends. And while I was waiting for her, I left the chocolate on. I thought I turned it off and I didn't, so it kind of burned a little bit. It's fine, we're gonna go with it anyway. It was already that smooth consistency, so it kind of just like burned on the bottom, so I'll just use what I have. Anyway, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take this chocolate mixture and you're gonna pour it into the pan. All right, so you're just gonna spread this around, and then when you're done with that, you're gonna take the leftover oat mixture and you're just gonna put little pieces on top so it kind of bakes it in together. Just every way you want. Once you're done that, you're gonna put it in the oven and bake it for 25 minutes. I'll be back when it's done cooking. So let's compare the two oat fudge bars. This one is the one from Starbucks. It's smaller. The oat layer is very, very, very thin. It's not very meaty. There just doesn't seem like there's a lot of ingredients in this, you know? And then as opposed to this one, look, it's like really well crusted. The chocolate looks amazing. The oats look amazing. It smells really fresh. This is a good recipe. I will link everything down below in the description box if you want to recreate this recipe. I'm super excited about how these turned out. They look amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget, if you did like this video, to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Maybe leave me a comment down below with what other things you'd like me to bake. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!